Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Narratives Academy. Today, we bring you the inspiring story of Volodymyr Zelenskyy. This is a story of how a comedian became the president of a country. His journey is fascinating, full of unexpected turns, and shows us that anything is possible with determination and courage. Imagine a boy from a small industrial city, born in the late 20th century, growing up to lead a nation. How did he do it? What made him special? His story is filled with surprises, challenges, and moments that will inspire you. In this story, we'll explore Volodymyr Zelenskyy's early life, his successful career in entertainment, and his unexpected leap into politics. Written in simple and clear English, this story is perfect for learners who want to improve their language skills while enjoying an engaging and exciting narrative. So, let's begin this amazing story. First, we'll start with Volodymyr Zelenskyy's early life and how his incredible journey began.
Chapter 1. Early Life. Volodymyr Zelenskyy was born on January 25, 1978, in Kryvyi Rih, a city in central Ukraine. Kryvyi Rih was a busy industrial city, known for its steel factories and mines. It wasn't a fancy place, but it was home. Volodymyr's family lived in a small apartment, but it was always filled with love and laughter. His father, Alexander, was a professor who taught computer science at a local university. He was a serious man, but had a kind heart. Volodymyr's mother, Rima, was an engineer. She was hardworking and always encouraged her children to dream big. From a young age, Volodymyr loved to make people laugh. He was a funny one in the family, always telling jokes or doing silly things to make everyone smile. His parents noticed his talent early and supported him. They often took him to local theater performances, where he watched actors on stage with wide eyes. He loved the way actors could tell stories and make people feel emotions. Volodymyr's childhood was simple but happy. He played with friends in the streets, rode his bicycle, and enjoyed spending time with his family. He was curious and creative, always coming up with new ideas for games or funny skits to perform. Even as a young boy, he dreamed of becoming someone who could bring joy to others. Kryvyi Rih was a city of hard-working people, and Volodymyr learned the value of effort and determination from his parents. They taught him to be kind, to work hard, and to never give up on his dreams. Chapter 2. School Days and First Steps in Comedy. In school, Volodymyr was known for his sense of humor. He was the kind of student who could make everyone laugh, even during the most boring classes. During breaks, he would tell jokes, imitate teachers, or act out funny scenes. His classmates loved being around him because he brought joy and laughter to their day. Volodymyr didn't just use his humor to entertain his friends. He also participated in school plays and talent shows. Whether he was acting in a drama or performing a comedy sketch, he always gave his best. His teachers noticed his talent and encouraged him to keep performing. They saw that he had a special gift for making people smile. But Volodymyr wasn't just funny. He was also a good student. He worked hard in his classes, especially in subjects like history and literature. He enjoyed learning about the world and understanding how people thought and behaved. This knowledge would later help him in his comedy and acting career. When Volodymyr was 17, he decided to take his love for comedy to the next level. He joined a local comedy group called Kvartal 95. This group was made up of young people who loved to perform funny sketches and shows. They performed in theaters, clubs, and even on the streets of Kryvyi Rih. Volodymyr quickly became one of the stars of Kvartal 95. His natural talent for comedy and his ability to connect with the audience made him stand out. He wasn't just funny, he was also creative. He helped write scripts and come up with new ideas for the group's performances. At the same time, Volodymyr didn't forget about his studies. After finishing high school, he moved to Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, to study law at university. His parents wanted him to have a stable career, and Volodymyr respected their wishes. But even as he studied law, he never stopped performing with Kvartal 95. Balancing university and comedy wasn't easy. Volodymyr had to work hard to manage his time. During the day, he attended classes and studied for exams. In the evenings and on weekends, he rehearsed and performed with Kvartal 95. It was a busy life, but Volodymyr loved every moment of it. Deep down, he knew that comedy was his true calling. He loved making people laugh and seeing their faces light up with joy. Even though he was studying law, he dreamed of a future where he could perform full-time. These early experiences in school and with Kvartal 95 shaped Volodymyr's character. They taught him the value of hard work, creativity, and following his passion. Little did he know that these lessons would one day help him take on one of the biggest challenges of his life, becoming the president of Ukraine. But for now, he was just a young man with big dreams, studying law by day and making people laugh by night. This was the beginning of a journey that would take him far beyond the classrooms of Kiev and the stages of Kryvyi Rh. Chapter 3. The Rise of Kvartal 95. After finishing university, Volodymyr Zelenskyy and his friends from Kvartal 95 began to focus on their comedy careers. They started creating funny videos and sketches that quickly became popular in Ukraine. People loved their humor because it was relatable and made fun of everyday life. Their big break came in 2003 when they were invited to perform on Ukrainian television. Their show was an instant hit. Volodymyr was not only an actor, but also a writer and producer. He worked hard to make sure every show was funny and entertaining. The group's unique style of comedy, which mixed satire with clever storytelling, made them stand out. As their popularity grew, Kvartal 95 began performing in other countries, including Russia and Kazakhstan. They became one of the most famous comedy groups in the region. Volodymyr's talent for making people laugh and his ability to connect with audiences made him a star. The group also started producing their own content, including TV shows and movies. One of their most famous projects was the TV show Servant of the People, where Volodymyr played a high school teacher who accidentally becomes the president of Ukraine. The show was a huge success and made people think about politics and leadership in a new way. Through hard work and creativity, Kvartal 95 became a household name. Volodymyr's rise from a local comedian to a national star showed that with passion and determination, dreams can come true. Little did he know, this was just the beginning of an even bigger journey. Chapter 4. A Star on Screen. In 2015, Volodymyr Zelenskyy took on a role that would change his life forever. He starred in a TV show called Servant of the People. In the show, he played Vasil Petrovich Holoborodko, a humble high school history teacher who unexpectedly becomes the president of Ukraine. The story begins when one of Vasil's students records a video of him angrily criticizing corruption in the government. The video goes viral, and suddenly, the entire country is talking about him. People are inspired by his honesty and passion. They start a movement to elect him as president, and against all odds, he wins. Volodymyr's performance in the show was brilliant. He brought humor, warmth, and relatability to the character. People loved how Vasil was an ordinary person who wanted to do good for his country. The show was not just funny. It also made people think about politics and leadership. It showed how a regular person with honesty and determination could make a difference. Servant of the People became a huge success in Ukraine. It was so popular that it ran for 3 seasons. People couldn't get enough of Vasil's adventures as he tried to navigate the complicated world of politics while staying true to his values. The show also gained international attention, and people in other countries started watching it too. But the show was more than just entertainment. It reflected the hopes and frustrations of many Ukrainians. It made people wonder, what if someone like Vasil could really lead the country? What if a leader could be honest, hardworking, and truly care about the people? Little did Volodymyr know, life would soon imitate art. The show's success not only made him a household name, but also planted the seeds for his future in real-life politics. Servant of the People was more than just a TV show. It was a glimpse into what could be possible. And for Volodymyr Zelenskyy, it was just the beginning of an even bigger story. Chapter 5. A Surprising Decision. In 2019, something unexpected happened. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, the famous comedian and star of Servant of the People, announced that he was running for president of Ukraine. At first, many people thought it was a joke. After all, he was an actor, not a politician. But Volodymyr was serious. He explained that he wanted to bring real change to Ukraine. He was tired of seeing corruption and dishonesty in the government. He believed that the country needed a leader who truly cared about the people. In a way, his character from Servant of the People had inspired him to take this step. Volodymyr's campaign was different from traditional political campaigns. Instead of holding big rallies or making long speeches, he used social media and the internet to connect with people. He posted funny videos, answered questions from citizens, and spoke in simple, clear language that everyone could understand. He wanted to show that he was just an ordinary person who wanted to do extraordinary things for his country. Many Ukrainians, especially young people, were excited about his campaign. They were tired of the same old politicians and wanted something new. Volodymyr's message of hope and change resonated with them. He promised to fight corruption, improve the economy, and bring peace to the country. Not everyone believed in him, though. Some people thought he was not experienced enough to be president. They wondered how a comedian could handle the serious challenges facing Ukraine. But Volodymyr was determined to prove them wrong. On election day, millions of Ukrainians went to polls. When the results came in, it was clear Volodymyr Zelenskyy had won by a large margin. The comedian had become the president. It was a historic moment, not just for Volodymyr, but for the entire country. Volodymyr's victory showed that people were ready for change. They believed in his vision of a better Ukraine. But becoming president was just the beginning. The real work was about to start. Volodymyr knew that he had a lot to learn and many challenges to face. But he was ready to give his all, just like the character he had once played on TV. This surprising decision marked the start of a new chapter in Volodymyr Zelenskyy's life, one that would test his courage, determination, and leadership in ways he had never imagined. Chapter 6. Challenges as President. When Volodymyr Zelenskyy became president of Ukraine in 2019, he knew the job would not be easy. Ukraine was facing many serious problems, and people were expecting big changes. Volodymyr had promised to fight corruption, improve the economy, and bring peace to the country. But achieving these goals was much harder than he had imagined. One of the biggest challenges was corruption. For many years, corruption had been a major problem in Ukraine. It affected every part of life, from business to education to healthcare. Volodymyr knew that fighting corruption would not be easy, but he was determined to try. He introduced new laws and reforms to make the government more transparent and accountable. He also worked to remove dishonest officials from their positions. Another challenge was the economy. Many Ukrainians were struggling to make ends meet. Jobs were hard to find, and prices were rising. Volodymyr and his team worked to attract foreign investment and create new opportunities for businesses. They also tried to improve the country's infrastructure, like roads and hospitals, to make life better for ordinary people. But perhaps the biggest challenge was the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine. Since 2014, Ukraine had been at war with Russian-backed separatists in the Donbass region. Thousands of people had lost their lives, and many more had been forced to leave their homes. Volodymyr wanted to end the war and bring peace to the country. He met with world leaders, including the President of Russia, to negotiate a solution. However, finding a peaceful resolution was not easy, and the conflict continued. Despite these challenges, Volodymyr remained committed to his goals. He traveled around the country to meet with ordinary citizens and listen to their concerns. He wanted to show that he was a president for all Ukrainians, not just the powerful or wealthy. Being president was much harder than playing one on TV. But Volodymyr did not give up. He worked long hours and made difficult decisions. He knew that change would not happen overnight. But he believed that with hard work and determination, Ukraine could become a better place for everyone. Volodymyr's journey as president was just beginning, and the road ahead was full of obstacles. But he was ready to face them one step at a time for the sake of his country and its people. Chapter 7. Personal Life. Even as president, Volodymyr Zelenskyy always made time for his family. They were his source of strength and support during the toughest times. Volodymyr is married to Alina Zelenska, whom he met while they were both students at university. Alina is a writer and screenwriter, and she has always been a strong partner in Volodymyr's life. The couple has 2 children, a daughter named Alexandra and a son named Kirillo. Volodymyr loves spending time with his children, whether it's playing games, helping with homework, or just talking about their day. He often says that his family keeps him grounded and reminds him of what is truly important in life. Alina has been a great support to Volodymyr throughout his career. When he decided to run for president, she stood by his side and encouraged him. As First Lady of Ukraine, Alina has taken on her own projects, focusing on education, health, and equality. She is a role model for many women in Ukraine and around the world. Volodymyr's parents, Alexander and Rima, are also very proud of him. They never imagined that their funny, creative son would one day become the president of Ukraine, but they always believed in his talent and determination. Volodymyr often speaks about how his parents taught him the values of hard work, honesty, and kindness. Despite his busy schedule, Volodymyr tries to keep his family life as normal as possible. He enjoys simple moments, like having dinner together or watching a movie. These moments help him relax and recharge, especially during difficult times. Volodymyr's family is his greatest treasure. They remind him of why he works so hard and why he wants to make Ukraine a better place. For Volodymyr, being a good husband, father, and son is just as important as being a good president. His personal life is a testament to the love and dedication that guide him in everything he does. Chapter 8. Achievements and Legacy. Volodymyr Zelenskyy's journey from a comedian to the president of Ukraine is an inspiring story. It shows that with hard work, determination, and a belief in oneself, anything is possible. As president, Volodymyr has faced many challenges, but he has also achieved important things for his country. One of his biggest achievements has been fighting corruption. He introduced new laws and reforms to make the government more transparent and honest. While the fight is far from over, these changes have given people hope that Ukraine can become a fairer and more just society. Volodymyr has also worked hard to improve the economy. He has encouraged foreign investment and supported small businesses. These efforts have helped create jobs and improve the lives of many Ukrainians. In addition, Volodymyr has been a strong voice for peace. He has tried to end the conflict in eastern Ukraine by negotiating with world leaders and seeking peaceful solutions. While the war continues, his efforts have shown his commitment to bringing stability and safety to his people. Volodymyr's leadership during difficult times, such as the COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing war with Russia, has earned him respect both in Ukraine and around the world. He has shown courage and resilience, standing up for his country's independence and freedom. But Volodymyr's legacy is not just about politics. It is about inspiring people to believe in themselves and their dreams. He started as a boy from Kvartal who loved to make people laugh, and became a leader who inspires millions. His story reminds us that even ordinary people can do extraordinary things if they have the courage to try. Volodymyr Zelenskyy's journey is far from over. There are still many challenges ahead, but he continues to work tirelessly for his country. His legacy will be one of hope, determination, and the belief that a better future is possible.